when I got to a place where I am now, where I'm doing so much better than I was still moving with that same tenacity because I'm like, I gotta be hyper vigilant. I gotta keep doing something. I wasn't taking vacations. I wasn't celebrating my birthday. I was missing anniversaries. I was missing the kids' graduation, all that type of shit because I'm like working. And then we looked up during the pandemic and she was like, nigga, you could slow down. We could take a vacation. You could take some time off. You could take a nap. The stuff that I learned when I was a kid and teenager, hustling and just making it work. And I brought that out to Cali, realized that now I don't have to be in survival mode. A lot of times when we start hustling like that, it is in survival mode, and you start working so much you forget to flip that switch and turn it off. And it took my wife reeling me back in, calming me down, and assuring me that we were safe for me to feel safe. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure they all right. I hustle hard. I'll kill myself working, but I'm gonna make sure my family's straight. So that was a big thing for me to get her validation that we were good and we were always going to be good. That allowed me to slow down and start living life.
It's a red flag.
Black Twitter can find anybody.
You're right about that, but what's the likelihood that that's going to go viral? Or like the likelihood that she might go through the extra time of the day to say, hey, I just received this penis from this private account. Find it. Find the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
does anybody know this penis?
Has anyone seen this dick before? You know what I'm saying?
I would just say this. If your girlfriend or your lady, your wife, whoever has any friends, if she has a friend group of 4 more, one of them motherfuckers in that group is a detective. One of them can find all your shit. Because that's what they do. It's always one in the group. And that person can make your life hell. They can post on your Facebook page. They screenshot it, post it to your page. Wow, y'all family and friend member out here wilding out. Yeah. And most likely, like you said, most people won't do it. But there are always, just like it's that wild motherfucker that'll pull his dick out at the bar. It's that one chick that be like, oh, I'm willing to go the distance with this. Is this how you want to play? You know, I just said I wouldn't take that chance to do that. I wouldn't do anything wild like that. Would. That somebody everybody
yeah. No one should.
I'm surprised. It must work sometimes for people to be doing that. Like, I'm just
want to know that average.
It must be. It's got to be non-zero because there's no way you're doing that over. Because so many men do it that it's just an avalanche of women complaining about it. That it must be either some logic or something behind it of like, yeah, I think this might get me a date. I think this might. Let me just dig. Like, that might work. Let me zip these files up and send them to her. Let me email my foreskin and see what's up. I don't know. Yo, let's get into the podcast real quick. Okay, so welcome everybody to Waving the Red Flag. It's your boy Eddie. It's Josh. Joined today by Tahir. Alvin is currently away. He's trying to regain possession of a magical Japanese journal he used to kill motherfuckers with back in high school. But he will be back next week. Today, in his stead, we got Tahir Moore, comedian, all deaf. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the people. Let them know. Air horns.
Yeah, it was good, y'all. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. The number one dating and what was we talking about just then? Dick pic podcast in the universe.
Anti-dick pic podcast.
Anti-dick pic podcast in the universe. Let's go. Yeah, I think I am anti-dick pic. I've never sent one though, so I don't know.
Oh, you never sent one?
I've never had the courage. I don't have that type of like penis confidence. Like I don't have that. I'm not game, and I'm not that good of a photographer.
I send it when it's asked for. You got to take it from underneath your thigh. So, like, if you put your leg, put your foot, your right foot on the toilet, then come underneath your thigh, so your face can be in it too. And
like a Titan.
Face and you smile.
That's crazy.
Got you.
If you smiling down, they can't get mad at you. Like,
hey,
teabagging a woman in the picture is crazy.
Everything looks bigger from the bottom, baby. Everything looks bigger from the bottom.
Yeah.
That's good. You know what I mean? Attack on Titan type shit. I like it. Oh my goodness, that's wow. What if she got to look at it up from up here?
You're welcome.
I see. Welcome. See, I think I do the little like I have like a little circular mirror, put it up on top of the vanity in the bathroom, and I get just my thigh with the dick root. You know what I'm saying? I take a picture of the reflection, so it's just a little circle with the dick root there and some belly button. You know what I'm saying? Just the suggestion of dick.
You got to commit. You know
I'm not committal. I'm not taking no upward upskirt dick pic, bro. I'm sure it worked for you. I'm not doing that.
Reason, I want to try it. I just want to take the picture.
That shit gonna look crazy, bro.
Send her the usher meme first. Be like, and then send
Hell no.
But no, I think I like the more what's it called? Safe aesthetic approach where you just like in some gray boxer briefs and you know you got the semi
gotcha.
going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
with the full on banana hammock is full.
Yeah.
Gray boxer brief. Yeah, okay. See, that's also about suggestion, right? It's not laying it all out. It's about the suggestion. I feel like that's a little bit of a lost art.
The implication.
The implication. Because I feel like sometimes like scantily clad, even on some like nude shit, scantily clad can be more sexually arousing than just straight naked. You know what I mean?
Well, guys don't have a lot to offer. We don't have a lot to offer in the
underestimate.
forms of like sexy. Nah.
We underestimate.
Here's the thing. You look fit. You look, maybe slender or you fit. You might have the six pack going on. Like I've always had a dad bod, my nigga.
Okay.
I had a dad bod when I was a teenager. Okay.
Girls like
so
that
I
shit,
ain't got
though.
a whole lot to offer.
Do.
You know what I'm saying? It's either these boxes or this dick. Okay.
That's all you got. You underestimate yourself. Do you have body hair?
Huh?
Do you have? I don't have body. Okay. Women like that shit. They like that bare dad, that big, like a big boy. It's cuffing season. Yeah, come on. It's cuffing. They like that. They like that.
They like that now, bro.
You gotta. They didn't used to.
That's within the last 5
thick
to 10
is.
years.
Yeah, but thick is in style now. Thick is in style now.
When I was in high school with a dad bod, they ain't give a fuck about
They wasn't fucking with that. No, but right now, you in a wet t-shirt, I bet you could get something going. A little suggestion.
I feel like you fucking with me. Okay.
Try it out, bro. Try it. I guarantee it.
Bro, my areolas are too big for me to be in a wet t-shirt. Okay.
Oh my god. Yo, that's crazy.
Looks like a hippopotamus nose. Just
it's uncured salami under this thing, bro. Shit. I can't. Areola's way too big for that, bro.
Say, Pota here, Ted is just looking at you like.
Oh yeah. Too black.
You know what it is.
This is the ratio. My eyes and the glasses. That's the ratio with the areola to nipple right there.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus. He got the areola color glasses too. That's perfect. It probably matches. Right. You can make it work.
I'm good, baby.
Y'all want to do a little am I the asshole real quick? A little Reddit situation.
Yeah, which
Let's
one
see.
we got?
I'm thinking am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to shut the fuck up? Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that she needs to learn when to shut the fuck up? I, male 24, have been dating my girlfriend, female 23, for about 5 months. Every other month, my grandmother hosts a large family dinner with all of my close relatives. She encouraged me to invite my girlfriend over for the dinner yesterday. For some context, my entire family and I are black, and my girlfriend is from a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant family. That's extra white. Why you say white like 7 different ways? I was at the dinner yesterday, and I went to hang out with my niece, female 7, who I'm very fond of, and the rest of the kids to play Monopoly. My girlfriend tagged along. My niece was counting the play money to pass out to everyone, and one of the other kids said something about how he wanted to be rich and get all of the $500 bills. My niece, out of nowhere, blurted out that she couldn't be rich because she's an N-word. I was totally taken aback and asked her who told her that. Apparently some bully at school said that to her on career day when they were sharing dream jobs, and she said she wanted to be a rich president. I told her that wasn't true at all and hugged her, and she started crying. Then my girlfriend jumped in and told my niece that it's very important to forgive the boy who said that because he probably wasn't trying to be mean and was just confused. I was totally shocked and told her that she needs to stop trying to justify what happened. She then tried to hush me and started baby talking my niece and said that she should also try to be nicer to all the kids at school because kindness goes both ways. I was totally livid at this point and pulled my girlfriend aside and quietly but angrily told her she needs to learn when to shut the fuck up. She started getting riled up at me and started rambling about how statistics are on her side. I don't know what the hell she meant. I wasn't really processing what she was saying. But I told her to get out of my grandma's home and just leave already. She drove me here in the car and I was planning to hitch a ride home with my brother. This morning, I got multiple calls from my girlfriend's sisters calling me an abusive and shitty prick. I know my words were harsh, but I thought my girlfriend was talking in a disgusting manner to my niece. Am I the asshole? What we think?
Not at all, boy. Not at all.
Not at all, my boy. She need to learn when to shut the fuck up.
Fuck up.
Sometimes that's the wrap it up, be quiet. That's
why
crazy.
You can't judge a book by its cover because, like, of course, off the title, it's like, oh my God, you should never speak to it like your girl like that. Like that's abusive. But nah, when you hear the story and when you said why he just gave those qualifiers of how white she was,
made 3 different types, yeah.
Right.
French vanilla.
Yeah, I feel like she had no leeway to even speak on what was going on. Like this wasn't a situation where I feel like she had the ability to speak on that because of the way she was brought up and the fact that she's not Black. And that whole, kindness goes both ways. I mean, that's a given, Charlie. But if she was just being her and the person came up and said that, like, that ain't even time to talk about this. We need to build her up to make her feel confident about herself and let her know that she can be rich and she can get all the money regardless of her color. Her coming in and trying to say that is like whitewashing a situation like racism doesn't exist. White privilege doesn't exist.
Good people on both sides, and this was reverse racism and all this type of nonsense.
Yeah, she shouldn't. She should have smiled and nodded, rubbed his back and rubbed her back and say it's gonna be okay. That should have been her addition to
That's a situation where you fall back. Let me see how quiet I can be in this situation.
The fuck up, yeah. Because it was weird energy. Because why would you just immediately say kindness goes both ways? Like, you're already blaming her for some shit when she was clearly done an injustice to. Like, had no conscience. Like, remember your little nigger baby, kindness goes both ways. Maybe it should have been popping off at the mouth, Keisha.
Look, little niglet, you need to. Right. I'm sure he did. I'm sure that young white child was accosted in some way by you. So you didn't say.
I'm sure he had a reason.
I'm
sure little Timmy had a reason.
Well, statistically, you guys aren't very likely to be rich. So he's kind of right. I don't know what to tell you. See, I feel like it's not just like race. Because one, he needs to dump her. Like, I know with Reddit, people get too quick to be like, you need to get a divorce, sign a fucking restraining order and all that. But I feel like there's a situation where it's going to be too much work to get her to a place where she can be a good partner to him and a good addition to that family. Like, that's like, if she doesn't, even if she thought the shit that she said, that's one thing, right? If she has those thoughts is another thing, but not having the cultural and social awareness to go, maybe even if I think this and maybe I'll bring it up with my boyfriend later, this is 0% the time. Even if she was right somehow, she should have known it would have resulted in a fight. And the fact that she didn't means that she doesn't know anything about the culture. She doesn't know anything about how to conduct herself. It's going to take years to make her into a loving partner to him and a loving person to his family. Not worth the work. Next, get somebody else. Get somebody else.
She wild for her sisters calling me and talking to me that way, because my homegirls fight. So all my homegirls fight. Most of my homegirls out here from St. Louis, they fight. So your sister's calling me and all that shit.
Giving out addresses.
Since you feel comfortable giving your sisters my number, I'm gonna give my homegirl y'all address. Since we playing that game, kindness starts within. Kindness goes both ways. Pass my information along. So go grab some Vaseline. Don't wear no earrings because they gonna snatch your shit out. So
and you wouldn't be wrong for it at all, because that's just I mean, the whole thing of like trying to get other people to do flying monkey shit for you in a situation where you're probably not even right is just like having your sisters call him up and say he's shitty for saying, but you got to be careful because with cultural. Yeah,
the cultural differences are too extreme for her to understand. She cannot relate to that because no one's ever called her a nigga. You can't relate to anything in this conversation. You may be able to relate to, somebody calling you out your name, but you ain't never called no nigga.
No.
And for all the white people that be like, it's not that big, trade places with me for a week. Be Black for a week.
They're not doing that.
Do that. Then I will believe you truly don't see color. And I believe you truly believe that everybody has a fair chance. And you truly believe that the American dream can be achieved by anyone. Trade lives with me for a week. If you're not willing to do that, then shut up.
They just don't like the idea of them having to be somewhat accountable or somewhat the bad guy in any situation. And men are the same way. Straight people are the same way about shit. Men are the same way about shit. And I get it. Like, you don't want to be the villain of the story, so you have to come up with these little trite ideas like kindness goes both ways, or this is reverse racism or reverse, because you don't want to be the bad guy. So if the white girlfriend is feeling like, oh well, this little white boy called you a nigger, and I'm dating a black guy, but I don't like the feeling of maybe that I'm racist or I participate in a racist system. So actually, probably this little black girl probably did something to deserve it. So kindness goes both ways. It's not about racism. Like,
then imagine the spice that she put on that conversation with her sisters when she told them about what happened to.
And they started ganging up on me, and it was, oh my God.
I was just so embarrassed. I got
they
all
called
these
me a mayo
faces.
monkey. I didn't know what to do. They started putting seasoning on me. I don't know what was happening. It was really upsetting.
Out the door, and then one of them called me a chalk walker. I don't even know what that is, Stacey.
He said, "Get out of here, Winterborn." I don't know. I just said a Game of Thrones reference. I don't understand. Oh, these people! I don't get it. You know, I thought I had moved beyond this. I can't be racist. I fuck black people. Doesn't work that way. Sorry.
Does not.
All right, let's see what we got.
Yeah, I actually want to get to his opinion on this. How do you appropriately tell your partner that they're getting fat / letting themselves go?
You
I
know,
just feel like he about to say some real shit.
That's a difficult one. Thankfully, my wife ran track. I don't look like it, but I played tennis in high school. I had private lessons in tennis since I was in college. I mean, since I was in middle school. And I played in high school and I played in college too. So we've both always kind of been a little active. She was a track star in high school and college. So we both, you know, were somewhat active. When I got out here and she got out here, though, I did like let myself go a little bit. I didn't get crazy, but I didn't like buying new clothes. Like not just because it was new, it was like new because I couldn't fit my old shit. So that's where it was like a thing for me. And we both like to dress. And as progressive as the world has gotten, and it is a lot better than it was even 10 years ago. They don't make fly clothes for big people, bro. And I'm a nigga that's gonna want to stand out, right? So it's like, fuck it. If I can't buy nothing in Zara, I'm gonna make sure I lose enough weight so I can start shopping in Zara.
Come down.
And so for me, it's like I would try to include my partner in on it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I want to be better. I want to do this, but I know I'm going to need the help. I'm going to need the support. Will you take this walk with me so I can get myself in the best shape of my life, and I can have your support? And if I have you there rooting me on and just taking the walk with me or whatever, I feel like I can accomplish this. So I would incorporate her into it, so it's not just like, you know, me shaming her or making her feel a type of way.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Because it might take something like my wife can work out for 2 weeks and drop weight that would take me 3 months to do.
Yeah.
So that person might just need that jump start or whatever to get back where they were. And they might be comfortable, but even if you're comfortable, you could tone, you know what I'm saying? You could tighten up a couple things. So that's how I would do it. I would just try to incorporate them in it versus just saying, hey babe, I'll work out with you so you can lose this weight. Yeah. You know, that puts a person on the defense, you know, they feel attacked. You know what I mean? Because
I'm trying to lose something and you should, I feel like that would backfire on me. Because I've tried to invite, you know what I'm saying, and it don't quite go right. Hey, you should come to the gym with me to support me. She's like, okay, I'll watch. I mean, you could get on a treadmill too. What the fuck you saying? Right. Oh shit!
If you're gonna commit to that, you got to pick exercises that y'all both can engage in together. So like,
okay, we got to do jump rope and shit.
The jump rope, the ball toss and all of that.
Gosh, I need a partner. He's got it all thought out. That's smart. Right. I need you.
You gotta incorporate them all the way, bro. Like it's not just let me get you there.
Nah, if I just say I'm lifting weights, she gonna be in the corner like 2, 4, 6, 8, but not doing shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, how do I get her involved in this?
Spot me. It's spot me. Because if I'm dead. Now who's gonna take you to the movie? So spot this goddamn weight.
That's smart.
It is because like when Tahir was describing it, I could like legit. I had like an actual image of them both working out, like it was like some Rocky like montage type shit, Pursuit of Happiness, like, and that's where you really want to become like a seller. Like he's a good salesman. Like I really got to work on that craft.
Yeah, you know what?
Having them fucked up too quick.
I lie really well, and one of the reasons I lie so well is because I don't just come up with a lie. I come up with a lie and like 7 questions for it afterwards. For me, acting is like
an interview prep. Okay.
Yeah, no, lie straight up. Because like if I lie to you about something, I got to be prepared for you to ask me why or how did this happen or whatever. And so
who all was there?
It's like chess.
You got to be like Tom.
You got to plan 7, 8, 9 steps ahead to make sure that you're prepared for it. So it's like that's how I do acting. My best lie?
Yeah, what's the lie that you told last that you started going like, oh yeah, no, they was there and the geographical locations were this?
So, in college, I used to date a chick or something like that. I meet a chick and take her back to the crib. We be talking. She was like, so where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to middle school? Just get it in there, at least start talking about school. And I'm like, well, when my mom had me, she had just got through dating this drug lord. And so she had to testify against this guy. And because he was like a big profile, and this was a big profile case, we actually had to go into protective custody. So we were on the East Coast in Boston for like 2 years until I was like 2.5, 3. Then they moved us to like Virginia. We were in Virginia for like 3 years. And then they moved us to like Phoenix, Arizona. We were in Phoenix, Arizona. So I was like 10. And at that point, there was like the likelihood of him looking for us was going to be slim to none. So at that point, we moved back to the Midwest with my family. And so I've been in the Midwest since I was about 11. And I did the rest of my schooling here. So I went to XYZ in middle school, XYZ in high school, and graduated here for him. So I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up. So like making friends, this whole concept of best friends and stuff is foreign to me. Like letting people in is foreign to me. Like I never like, you're like the third person that's ever been in my place because I'm just, I move very cautiously.
Man, I'm glad I ain't no woman because I would be giving up draws left and right to niggas like him because I didn't. This nigga told me it was a lie, and I still like, damn, this is for real?
Oh my God, you have so many wounds. That must have been so difficult for you.
Right.
Was the Midwest difficult to live in? What was the climate like in the Midwest when you were? Was that hard?
The Midwest was difficult because like it's very black and white. You can see where the poor neighborhood ends and the rich neighborhood begins. Completely different landscape than when I was in Phoenix, and it was, warm damn near year round, and most of my friends were like, "Damn, school." Yeah. So
he got the Wikipedia on his phone during the live, their key exports are corn and like.
I'm talking about Mercantile Tyler.
I will wait till they like tell you at the heartstrings. They be like, "Oh my God, I've never met somebody in protective custody." I was like, "You still haven't, baby." I was just kidding. I was just kidding. They were, "Oh my God, why would you say that?" I was like, "I was bored."
That's funny.
I was bored.
It's a good story. God damn.
Yo,
that's a good story, man.
I be afraid to do shit like that because but they love it. Like you gotta have like that sort of edge, like that sort of fun spice. But like I feel like when you just immediately drop the lie, it's like, yo, if you did that shit to me for no reason, just I'm
a psychopath, bro.
Unprovoked, yeah.
Unprovoked, thank you. Unprovoked, like, yo, what the fuck?
Bro. I own up to it. That's why I was like, acting just makes so much sense for me because I can adapt and adopt a personality and just go with that and still be me in that personality. But I can like acting for me low key. And I never realized this until not too long ago, but like it was an escape because even though what I told y'all wasn't true, I did grow up like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got shot when I was 14. I got kidnapped, set on fire.
Is that true?
At 14. All of this is true. Yeah,
it's true. Okay.
This is what we talked. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, all of this is true.
Okay.
My best friend was killed in my house. My dad died when I was 14. All of this shit happened in the span of 14. And so acting was subconsciously a way of being a different person instead of the person that had gone through this. It was a way to disconnect from my reality and be somebody else. So acting has always been like a passion to me. And then comedy for me was a way about laughing through the pain and talking about like, cause you tell some people all that shit that I just told y'all. I told you, I didn't even realize I had got kidnapped until I was on a podcast. I was telling them, the motherfuckers called me getting off the bus. They took me to an abandoned house and, he was like, "So you were kidnapped?" And I was like, No, I wasn't kidnapped. They had just called me lacking. He's like, "No, that's kidnapped." I was like, "No, that was
kidnapping."
Yeah, they was like, "Yeah, holding against the wheel." Yeah. I was like, "Oh," and it never even struck me as that because where I'm from, I'm not saying that happens, frequently, but it's kind of the lay of the land, almost like shootings and fights.
Crazier shit has happened
like
before,
that.
Yeah,
that shit had, it's not uncommon to hear something like that. So I didn't really realize how audacious and ridiculous that was until I'm talking about it on that podcast. And they were like, "You were kidnapped." I was like, "No, wait."
So what did happen? Like, what was the whole kidnapping story? If you don't mind recounting, which maybe you do,
Looking for some dope houses that my uncle had, and they thought I had the information and I didn't.
Oh shit! So you were kidnapped on some like getting information out of you type shit. Jesus Christ! And you didn't even think about it, even though you were a 7th grader, 8th grader.
Yeah, I was just a victim of circumstance, bro. Like I was in band, marching in concert,
Oh, you weren't even a street person.
I was,
Damn.
yeah. I just niggas called me out, you know. But I mean, again, the lay of the land. So,
damn, how'd you get? Because I remember you saying like you had or thought that you had a child like earlier on, and when I think about having all that kind of shit stacked on top of you, that seems like impossible circumstances to build a career and have a nice, coat rack on your door and a nice house and a record player and stuff like that. How do you get from that type of situation to where you're at now?
A lot of it was wanting more than what my environment showed me. I was raised in East St. Louis, Illinois, but I went to school in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, East St. Louis and St. Louis are right across from each other. They're only separated by the Mississippi River. That's just a right across the bridge. So St. Louis was a more thriving, more populated, had more jobs, had more opportunity. So I went to school over there, and I got to see people with brand new cars. Whereas in my family, all the men had new used cars. I was always that person like, this can't be it, bro. To make it through a lot of the stuff that I made it through, you start to feel like you were here for a different reason. And a lot of times those different reasons, they require a lot of sacrifice. So I moved out at 14. I stayed with family members, friends, garages, basements, attics, wherever I could crash at until I moved in with my cousin when I was like 15. I worked at a junkyard before I was old enough to work at White Castles to make money for my son. When I got my car and I was old enough to work at White Castles, I was leaving school, going straight to White Castles, working 3 to 11, so I have enough money to pay the car note and take care of my son. I miss dances. I miss,
Didn't do any of the kid
rival basketball and football games. I miss hanging out. I miss all of that type of shit. I had to make those sacrifices early on to do what I needed to do, but that also instilled in me a hunger to get shit done and don't let any situation be the end all be all for my success. You know what I mean? Like, you always gonna have something thrown at you. There's always gonna be some punches. Ain't nothing in life ever been a cakewalk. I was just determined to not let my environment dictate my success, regardless of what was going on.
Now because a lot of people, because I'm always a little bit wary of like, pulled it from the mud because I worked, because a lot of people have that like, what's that movie with Will Smith? Pursuit of Happiness. And it's just, you get stuck in that grind because there's lots of people working night shifts and lots of like there's so many people that are, people in the chat, people who are, whatever, they're working hard lives, like working 2 different jobs and they got a baby and all this kind of stuff, and they still just get stuck. And it seems like you kind of had that there was something else or something that happened that kind of allowed you to hit escape velocity. You know what I'm saying? Like to get from Junkyard and White Castle to
Well, shit, I mean, with every level that you achieve, it's the gift and curse of shit, right? I'm trying to be as quick with this shit as possible because I know I can get along with it. With every new level you get, you have to re-evaluate your goals, right? Because if you're still going with the same tenacity at level 3 that you had at level 1, yeah, you might be working a lot, you might be making a lot of money, but you also haven't opened your eyes to the new opportunities that are on level 3. Because on level 3, if you work in this position, you don't have to work 80 hours a week because you're already getting paid $10 more an hour. So with that, you need to change those goals. I was just running my wheels. When my wife and my daughter moved out here, I was taking any gig. At one time I was working at CarMax. I was working at overnight at Walgreens, and I was working at Banana Republic. And I was just spinning my wheels, just trying to, because none of these jobs
uniform changes was crazy.
Right? And so I had to stop and reevaluate. I quit Walgreens, I quit Banana Republic, and I just worked at CarMax. And I told CarMax I was only going to be there for like 6 months. And I did that shit because I got another gig hosting some shit. And I did that for a while. But like, if you stay at the same tenacity or you just like keep moving, you don't take time to reevaluate, you'll miss opportunities. So each level I got to, I had to sit back and create new goals. Like, okay, if I'm making more here, I can work less and I can still bring in the same amount, but then it frees up time for me to go and start doing shows more. And then maybe if I do these shows, I can find somewhere for me to do a weekly night. And then I started doing that. And then I started getting more into the comedy and hosting. And then I started working at a jail, and working at the jail provided me enough money to where I didn't have to do anything auxiliary outside of focus on comedy and acting. Then the comedy picked up so well that I started working at All Death. That afforded me the opportunity to quit the jail. So now I can just work and focus on being
So now it's
creative.
all entertainment.
Now I'm
So
in
the
the
jail
realm
job was your
that
last day job. That
Yeah.
was the one that transitioned to where you're like, I don't need to do nothing else but the craft.
Bro, I was working at a jail as a
Interesting.
teacher.
Okay.
I was leaving. I might have had 45 minutes to hour lunch, and this jail is far. I'm driving into the city to go do an audition in person, then driving back to the jail. And I got to make sure I got enough time because it's going to take me 8 minutes to get from the front door to get jail through the metal detectors to my
The
class. I'm
classroom.
timing shit out, I'm breaking all laws, switching lanes and speeding, carpool, all of that shit for chasing a dream. But that tenacity paid off. You know what I'm saying? And then when I started working at All Deaf, and all I got to do is be a creative at this creative job and do comedy. This is where I want to be. But it took me and my wife. I will always give my credit, so much credit to my wife, because when I got to a place where I am now, where I'm doing so much better than I was still moving with that same tenacity. Because I'm like, I gotta be hyper vigilant. I gotta keep doing something. I wasn't taking vacations. I wasn't celebrating my birthday. I was missing anniversaries. I was missing the kids' graduation, all that type of shit. Because I'm like working. And then we looked up during the pandemic, and she was like, "Nigga, you could slow down. We could take a vacation. You could take some time off. You could take a nap." And that we had a real deep conversation from there, and that changed everything. And since that time, we've been vacationing. You know, we moved during the pandemic to this place. And that was just only by the graces of God and her just helping me realize that I don't have to be in survival mode. A lot of times when we start hustling like that, it is in survival mode, and you start working so much you forget to flip that switch
You're
and turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that feeling of being like, oh, am I safe? Am I good? And am I on the other side of the bridge? And you don't quite feel like you can slow down. Because I mean, also to your point, sometimes relaxation is is overweighted as being super important. Because I feel like if I relax for too long, I'm like, this starts to turn into like a depression. If I'm not doing anything, if I'm not kind of, and I'm not a hustle culture person. I believe in like, I've done that stuff where I was working 70 or 80 hours, which Alvin would probably laugh at. He'd be like, "Oh, I've done 100 hours." Like he's a hustler. But I'm like, I want to live a soft, cozy lifestyle. Like, what the fuck is the point of life if I can't get to a point where I'm like, I get to hang out with the people that I love. I can, wear soft clothes and sit on soft things, but I still need to have a purpose for getting up in the morning. I can't just, cook and lay down and watch TV all day. Right. I can't socialize all day. I have to have something I'm working on, a book or some shit. So it's a difficult balance to find, but I'm glad that you pieced out what that, because I feel like there's this little American dream mythos around hustle culture that I think sometimes is a little bit unhealthy. And it's like, you talked about the level of tenacity that you needed where you were working more than full time from what you described at 2, 3, 4 different jobs. And at one point you were speeding through traffic to get to a day job in jail. That was your last one before you got to focus and go, I'm an artist now. I'm doing just art. And somebody had to sit you down and stop you and say, hey, look, by the way, like, you're safe. You can start having vacations now. You don't have to crawl out of this like prison of impoverishment that you kind of started out with, where you was getting kidnapped and there was violence around you. And it's like, but you're like, you know what I'm saying though? Like,
it's true.
It's like you have to escape something, and you have to do all of that.
All of that, the stuff that I learned when I was a kid and teenager, hustling and just making it work. And I brought that out to Cali, and I just adapted it to, a different landscape, but I still had it with me. And even though I addressed the goals when I got to new levels, I didn't adjust the hustle as much as I could have, or even should have in parts. And it took my wife reeling me back in, calming me down, and assuring me that we were safe, for me to feel safe. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure they all right. I hustle hard. I'll kill myself working, but I'm gonna make sure my family's straight. So that was a big thing for me, to get her validation that we were good and we were always gonna be good. That allowed me to slow down and start living life. Because to your point, it was like you hustle and then you can't remember that. There are years like from 28 to 31, I don't remember a lot. I just was working.
Just work. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of milestone markers for those years that I can gaze back on and remember, this happened when it's a blur. because I was just working.
I don't want
And
to
I
see that.
hate that.
Scares
'Cause I
me.
feel like I lost
That
3.
scares
It's
me.
scary as fuck.
I hate
It's scary
any
as
elements
fuck.
of life where you're like trading away sections of your life. Because a thing that I live by is any part of your life is still your life. Like people kind of do this thing where they're trying to trade parts of their lives and they're going like, oh, I'm in a transition period, or oh, I'm just working for the next level. And it's like, bro, you can get hit by a bus tomorrow. And right now, this life that you're living is your life. Like happiness is some shit you do right now today. I'm not saying you shouldn't work towards goals and stuff, but when you trade 2, 3, 4, 5 years of your life that you can't remember, or that's why I don't delete my ex's pictures and stuff like that. Or my ex is like, I don't go through the phone and try and get rid of old messages, because I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She hit me in the head with a frying pan, but that was still my life. I want to remember that. I don't want to delete sections of myself, you know?
I respect that.
Yeah.
You playing a dangerous game, but I respect it.
Yeah. Is it? Wait, why dangerous? Because I feel like you got a little bit of wisdom on you. Not telling me what mistake might I be making.
I don't believe every sex relationship is a soul tie, but I do believe those people that you were kind of referring to, they do have soul ties on you. And depending on how it ended, you know, leaving that open, that video, that text messages.
I don't leave it open.
Heals. Well, I'm saying leaving it there, leaving it alive
available. Yeah.
Before you heal. If you're not healed, if y'all didn't end the way you wanted it to, like for me, I have to end things where I feel like I have no questions. I completely understand why this happened. It's not a situation that I need closure to. Aside from the whole situation, it might have been one thing that I still needed closure to, and I'm holding on to that. And every text message, every old photo makes me relive all the good or bad memories.
See, sometimes I don't look back.
I have to do a cold.
There's one skill I'm very good at. I don't look back over shit. So I keep it there for when I'm healed. Like I don't, because some people just delete the shit to where it's like they go back and there's this section in 2015 where they just don't know what their life was then because they're trying to get rid of this. So I definitely agree with that. But I'm not I don't check people's profile. I'm very good at that shit. I can avoid the fuck out of some feelings. I'm at like to a fault. I'm very good at not checking anything that makes me feel bad. I don't want to know what you're up to. I don't want to know who you're tagged in. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm living in my world where you don't exist until I look back over our texts, 20 years from now when I'm married or whatever. But I want to keep it,
I've only had maybe like 2 where it ended like, I don't ever want to see this person. Everybody else, for the most part, I'm cool with. Like I went to a couple exes' weddings. Like I was at the weddings. I brought good gifts, all that shit.
Yeah, I got too much ego for that.
I don't really end on no crazy shit. Like that ain't who I am at all. Like I don't argue. I ain't raising my voice. None of that shit. Like that just ain't me.
I mean, but to have that relationship where you still can just pull up to the wedding after a breakup, like I'm like, I ain't never been on no crazy shit, but like, it's just like, if I'm in love, if I got feelings,
that's what I'm saying. One, bro.
It take me a long ass time to get over that shit. Like it's crazy.
I'm in the wedding with the boombox.
Right.
Take me back, baby. Like,
does anybody say I object? Everybody just look back at you?
Yeah. Nah, you know what?
A little bit.
The people whose weddings and nuptials I've been to, we ended on a good note. We also recognize that even though we had fun, we weren't the best pick for each other. And when you can love somebody that much where their true happiness brings you joy, then it's easier to accept that. It's like, I know we would have had some good times, we would have had some bad times, but I would have been able to give her the happiness and what she wanted at that time. I didn't want any other kids. So I was like, that's out for me. They did want, you know what I'm saying? So I'm only going to be holding you back and taking up some of the best years of your life if we continue this, because I'm not going to be that person for you. I'm good for a great time, a lot of laughs, some good food, and some dick. That's it. I'm going to give you some quality dick and we're going to laugh our ass off, but you ain't getting no kids from me. Not one fucking kid.
See, I can tell you polyamorous.
And if that's what you want, you got.
So here, allow me to reiterate: you are not getting not one single drop of nut that is going to produce a child from me.
Ever.
But I want you to be happy.
Yeah,
I literally don't give a fuck.
I got it. I ain't got it in me. I'm a great uncle and a great dad to my one kid. That's it, bro. I ain't got.
No, I feel you. But I don't think I have that sense of compersion to where I can like look at somebody, because I don't fall out of love with people. I think I have. Now, if we're on some casual shit, on some friends with benefit shit, and I could go to that person's wedding. I've had those situations where it could transition to a friendship. But if I feel some kind of deep connection, that doesn't go away from me, and it kind of confuses me even that other people it does. Like if you're my friend If you're my mentor, if you're somebody that I've helped, if you're somebody that I've fallen in love with, that section of my heart kind of just stays there forever. Even if I know this relationship ain't gonna work, that feeling is still there. And once I'm around you, I'm still gonna feel like, okay, it's in there. The fire is never really all the way going out, and sometimes that can just be. I'm not finna show up to a wedding of somebody I'm still in love with. I'm not doing that.
That's complete. It's definitely not for everybody. Just like poly isn't just for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For me, it was. Those people were great friends, and if being able to overlook the physicality of our relationship allowed us to still be friends, then I was willing, like to part ways with that and be able to look at them from a platonic standpoint. And that's not to say that you don't have those lapses in judgment when you think about the past, but you have the wherewithal to press through those moments because you don't want to jeopardize that true friendship. And I can believe that you don't fall out of love with some people, right? But you're not necessarily actively in love with them. You're not pursuing them the way that you were at one point. You still have so much love for that person in your heart that will always mean something to you. You want the best and wish them the most for their life, but I'm not actively in love with that person anymore to where I don't want the best for them. And that's where I was at with those situations.
No, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're healthy. You are correct in this situation. I'm just not where you at. I agree. Hey, you're not getting no 100%. Disagreements from me. But no, you're right. Therapy, but
bro. No, therapy helped me so much, bro.
I bet
therapy helped me tremendously, bro. Tremendously.
So check this out though, because like my thing with all that is what in my own situation, I noticed that it really hurts me to know that I wasn't able to fulfill a particular role or to access this part of somebody who I really loved at one point in my life that somebody else is. And like that shit.
But he got that I ain't get.
Like, it's kind of like that. Like, why don't she want me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, like that type of shit. And then like you start beating yourself up. Like, well, damn, why would she want me? Like, I'm not this. I'm not. Like you start delving into, oh, I'm not good enough. Like just like thoughts that kind of make you feel like that. And that's why I don't look at shit. Like, I don't want to know what you're going on. I don't want to know what you got going on. I want to see what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what vacation you took. Exactly. But I still do wish you all the best because I know that us being together
from afar
is not gonna do us, neither one of us, any good. But
now see, I can be friends with somebody that I dumped. I can do that easy. If she going, why don't he want me? I can do that. I can do that all day. We can be best buddies. I'll help you out. I'll introduce you to your new man. I'll be the ring bearer at your wedding. Y'all are great. I'll babysit the kids. Not a problem. But if I still want you, can't do it.
See the duality of that? One
of course
is where you have the ego because you ended things, right? You had the power. The other one, things ended and you didn't necessarily pull the trigger on it, and now you can't see it. That's the ego. And so
that's exactly what the fuck it is.
But that sounds
ego
like what
has to die for certain things to excel.
That's it sounds like that was what you were describing in that situation. We was like, yo, I'm pulling up to the wedding. It sounded more like you were the one that was
but that was his seemed like from a healthier place than what, because I'm like I need to still feel wanted to show up to the wedding, and he's like, even if I got dumped, I'm still ready to support you in your next endeavor.
That was
I'm not there.
That was a really
I'm not
good
doing
friend.
that one.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I was looking damn good at that wedding. I got that suit made. Right, so I know I was looking.
He showed up like a homewrecker.
I went in that
Areola's on display. He was like,
"Nigga, I was looking so fucking good."
Yeah, the deep V cut with the areola just peeking out here.
It would have been her. Yeah, damn it. And it was some baddies at the wedding. So now I look like the good friend, supportive friends. Oh my God, I can't believe you here. You pulled up. That is so good.
It's the least I could do.
It's the least I could do. Look. I've been in protective custody for so long. It's just nice to get away to something like this. The nice wedding, you know. It's good. It's good to be among people, you know. They didn't used to let me come to these things.
I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. You feel me?
I feel it, man. Let's do one more, and then finish it out. One little quick one.
Okay.
I kind of want to do this MILF manor one because this shit is upsetting me that nobody's in jail for this shit. That shit is crazy. You've seen this before, Tahir, yeah?
Yeah. I haven't seen the show or anything, but
you should. No one should.
I low key want to see the show though. I ain't gonna hold you. It just seems like so
every
wild.
clip seems so wild. It was like
that's wild.
Yeah, it like in a bad way. You know, it's like watching Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just normalize abuse and weird shit. Like
it's like watching a train wreck. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, how is this even legal to record? Like, these women almost certainly have somehow psychologically, physically, or probably low-key sexually abused these, like, now grown young men. Like, the energy is very fucking weird from what I'm seeing. Like, I seen clips, and the girl, like, the dude was talking about how nice his mom's body was with her new boob job, and was, like, kind of making fun of the way she, like, dates. And the mom was like, well, you liked these titties when you were sucking on when you was a kid. And they both, I was like, it's some weird ass incest type shit going on here.
Sorry, ladies, I might be sleeping with your son.
But like, the thing that really took it over the edge was when he said, "Oh my God, I was hungry, like I needed the energy, mom."
Hey, listen, different strokes, different folks.
Hey, some kinks need to be shamed. That ain't, yeah.
Here's the thing, you know, you watch enough shows, enough podcasts and stuff, you start finding out about the white experience, right? Like they find out about the black experience, us roasting, you know, bro.
Is incest is a white people thing?
Bro, that circle jerk like shit. Y'all heard about
that real? Is that real? I thought that.
Bro, so from what I've talked to a couple of white guys who have confirmed this. Now they said they never took part in it, but they was like, they will, first of all, they have no problem with, some of them have no problem with jacking off in the same room with the other guys or another guy. Okay. And then I don't know if it's a frat game or a college game or a high school game, but they will all jerk off in a circle on a cookie or some pastry or some sweet.
Oh.
And whoever jacks off, whoever comes last has to eat said sweet with all the other man juice on it. Again,
another cup. Yeah,
I have heard this from a Wahite. Okay, this isn't me talking to
tribe.
From the tribe.
Yeah, this is not me talking to another black guy that went to school with white people. No,
the Caucasian.
I heard this from the Caucasian community, and this is what I was told. And I'm just like, hey, bro, different strokes, different folks, man.
That's no.
It sounds. You know what? As you were describing it, I don't know. Maybe there's a brotherly, you know what I mean? Maybe there's some camaraderie there. I don't know.
You do some maybe shit like that with a group of dudes. I mean, yeah, you gotta have some camaraderie, but the fact that you are comfortable enough, but then the fact that you're literally eating a bukkake cookie with your homies, like that is disgusting. And what? I mean,
how much closer can you get?
I mean, bro, what if one of them got the black dots in their sperm, bro?
What's the black dots?
You know what the black dots is? They got that AITA.
Sesame seeds? Wait. Are these literal? I'm trying to think.
Everybody's.
Wait,
they might be HIV or AIDS positive. They might have.
Wait, but is that a thing? Do you have sesame seeds in your nut when you have?
You told me
HIV?
about that before.
I told you that?
Yeah, you told me about that before.
Oh man, I be bullshitting too much because I done goddamn spread misinformation.
Y'all might want to clip that point out so y'all don't have AIDS Foundation.
You're right.
Coming after y'all.
No, we always say some dumb shit. We just put a footnote. We are not experts in this field. We don't know what we are talking about. We trying to guess at a fact.
Flip that one out because there's somebody will take that soundbite, post that, and I'm like, hey.
Did you know that HIV causes you to nut sesame seeds? Did you know that was a fact?
It was the way you described it was like microscopic. The way
okay.
Yeah. So I was quiet on the situation. I was not.
You would have to get tested. Well, first of all, can you even get? Okay, we're gonna stop doing AIDS facts because we don't know what we're talking about. But like, you would get tested before you nut onto a key. Surely you would get tested before you do that, right?
No. They just do it. High school and college kids.
That's unsafe.
Think about that. They're not. Yeah. Bro, if you another dude's semen on a pastry,
you're not making lifestyle. Right. You're not doing pre-planning. Okay.
That's not a sanitation activity.
I don't know. I'm gonna let them ride. You know what I'm saying? If that's the way that you can feel connected to your community, a little pranking, a little platonic sexual connection, I'm not gonna shame it. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not gonna shame it. That's my little cold take this afternoon. That's where I'm at. That's what
That
it is.
is.
Well, thank you very much for coming through, man. It's been Tahir Moore. It's been the Moore Mob from All Deaf. It's been Josh. It's been Eddie. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the pod. Look, if you bring your white girlfriend home and she says some wild racist shit, racially inappropriate shit at the family reunion, you may be seeing a red flag. But at the same time, if you and all your homeboys nut on a cookie together and don't get tested before, it might be you just waving a red flag. This has been Waving the Red Flag podcast. It's been all of us. Join us on Patreon to join us live before every episode. Like, subscribe, cop the hoodie.
The merch.
Tahir, you want to tell the people where to find you, where to see you, you know what I'm saying, what to check out?
Tahir Moore on all platforms. Join the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fun. Got a couple tiers, and one of the tiers actually gets you a one-on-one with me every month via Zoom, and we get to talk about building a business plan, or if you got life questions or relationship questions, you get a one-on-one with me every month that you are a patron of that tier. And it's just a lot of dope stuff. I'm always willing to share information that I've obtained, and yeah, man, look forward to seeing y'all and rock with y'all in a minute.
Hell yeah, man. And I love that community building shit, because when we were in the Patreon, you made an adjustment when I referred to your Patreon as fans, and you said, nah, it's the mob, it's community, it's the supporters. I like that a lot, that real connection. Yeah, man. It's not just parasocial, it's actually social. Yeah. I can't do nothing without them. If I didn't have my supporters, people that look for my videos, come to my page every day, I'd just be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be in this place if it wasn't for my supporters. So I give them all the respect and demand the respect on their behalf when anybody, you know, unknowingly calls them a fans. And it's not disrespectful in nature, but in their action is disrespectful to how much they do. So I always correct dismisses the level of commitment. Yeah. And they are amazing. They are amazing. Same to our listeners, to our supporters. You know what I'm saying? The Flag Flyers or whatever the fuck the name gonna be. Like, shout out to y'all. Thank you for the support. We're figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? The Broccoli Munchers, I don't know. The Camel Toe Gang, Cuck Nation, I don't know. The Theta Male Podcast, whatever it is, you know. Well, hey, we got a list. It's a work in progress. Not everything's perfect. You know what I mean? Come on, Tahir. Cuck Nation is kind of in the lead, but I'm not really for it. I don't know. Glitter Glocks. You know, I mean, it's we're working through it. Yeah. All right, I'm signing off, man. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. But for real, thank you very kindly, man. Speak soon, and
it's a red flag.